Very excited to tell you about my grill that I modified after looking about 10,000 videos on YouTube. I went to Harbor Freight first and I got a flat wagon and then built it up. I painted everything with black high heat paint, and then I painted and got new rivets for these things. I got on Amazon and I got some dials so that I would know which side of the grill would be hotter than the other. The biggest challenge with a firebox, and that right there is the firebox, is that the meat that's closest to the firebox is the hottest. So I managed to rebuild the entire thing. What you do is you put your coals down in the bottom and then you allow your wood to smoke. Let me show you the internals here, and that way you can see what went into it. So the first thing I did is I changed the exhaust, because if you think about how the heat works, it goes into the firebox and then down and then all immediately to the top of the grill, over and then into the chimney. So what I wanted to do is be able to bring that chimney down so that it's really close to the grill face itself. And here's my little invention that I did in order to reapportion the heat. So what I did is my dad, who has a shop, cut this 22 mil piece to go over and act as a damper so that the heat gets distributed. So what you also need once you distribute the heat is a tuning plate. So in order to keep the grill consistent on both sides, you move this turning plate back and forth according to the temperature. And then there's another tuning plate right here. So the other thing I did is, if any grill person worth their salt puts in a temperature gauge down here at the bottom. Forgive me, you have your temperature gauge and then your wires that go into that. So I plug in all my wires down here. One goes to additional thermometer goes to the grill temperature, and then another thermometer goes to the internal meat temperature as well. So that's some of what I've done in order to really maximize the efficiency of the grill. I started out with about a $150 grill and a $60 hot box, and then $75 for the wagon itself. The other thing is grilling on mesquite in order to get the right smoke flavor for something like a tri-tip. Mesquite's really expensive, so we went out to El Cajon to get all this wood. The wood was only 25 bucks. You try to get it at Home Depot, it's super expensive. But this is what the outside looks like. The damper is down there for the hot box. And anybody have any questions about it, go ahead and just ask. But after about 3 days of work, this is what I accomplished. So hopefully we'll have you over to have some smoked ribs or some tri-tip.